I never imagined that a single sentence could break me. Good luck, Mom. Those were the last words my daughter Aisha said before the car door slammed shut. And then she was gone, driving off into the glittering chaos of Dubai's night traffic, leaving me on the curb with nothing but my handbag and the dry desert wind wrapping around my shoulders like a cruel whisper. It was supposed to be a dream trip, a mother-daughter vacation, one last bonding moment before she started her new life. That's what she told me when she insisted I fly from Karachi to Dubai with her. She said she wanted me to see the world a little. I had no idea that seeing the world meant seeing it alone. I stood outside the gleaming glass of a luxury hotel in downtown Dubai, surrounded by tall towers that seemed to stretch into the heavens. The streets hummed with life, people laughing, expensive cars gliding past, the scent of oud and gasoline mixing in the air. Everyone looked like they belonged here. Everyone but me. Aisha had taken everything. My passport, my credit cards, even my phone. She said she'd hold on to them for safety. I trusted her. She was my only child, the person I'd sacrificed everything for. When she told me she had to run an errand and would be right back, I believed her. I waited on that sidewalk for 3 hours, thinking she was stuck in traffic, maybe running late. Then I checked the time again and realized my watch had stopped. I sat down on the low marble ledge outside the hotel, and the weight of it hit me. She wasn't coming back. For a long time, I didn't cry. I just stared at the lights reflecting off the Burj Khalifa, towering in the distance like some unreachable dream. My reflection glimmered faintly in a shop window. A tired woman in her late 50s, eyes lined from years of worry, clothes a bit too simple for a city like this. I looked like someone the world had forgotten. A man passing by slowed, frowned, and muttered something in Arabic I didn't understand. When I didn't respond, he shook his head and kept walking. The laughter from the hotel lobby spilled out through the revolving doors behind me, cruelly cheerful. I wrapped my shawl tighter and whispered, "What did I do wrong?" Aisha and I had fought before, about her career, her friends, the way she spoke to me, but nothing that would justify this, abandoning me in a foreign city, with no money, no way to contact anyone. The last time I saw her face, she had that cold, practiced smile that never reached her eyes. She leaned against the car door and said, "Mom, maybe this will help you understand what it's like to be on your own." Then she laughed softly and added, "Good luck." It wasn't a farewell, it was punishment. I don't know how long I sat there. Hours maybe. The night grew deeper, and the luxury cars thinned out until the road felt deserted. My stomach ached from hunger, but worse than that was the humiliation. People staring as they walked past, wondering why an older woman in modest clothes sat outside a hotel like a beggar. I used to have respect, a family, a home, and now, nothing. The cold marble beneath me felt like stone under a gravestone. A light drizzle began to fall, soft at first, then heavier. I pulled my shawl over my head and stood, trying to find shelter beneath the awning. The security guard at the hotel looked at me, then turned away. Clearly, I didn't belong there anymore. So I started walking. The streets blurred, neon lights reflecting in puddles, palm trees bending slightly in the wind. I had no idea where I was going. Every step echoed in my head like a question. Why? A car slowed beside me. It was a white Mercedes, sleek and polished. Its headlights cutting through the drizzle. The tinted window rolled down. And for a moment, I thought it might be her, Aisha, maybe realizing she'd gone too far. But it wasn't. The man inside looked to be in his early 60s. Grey hair, clean-shaven, a calm authority in his expression. He wore a tailored suit, but not the kind meant to show off wealth. It was quiet, refined. His eyes met mine, and instead of pity, there was curiosity. "Are you all right, madam?" he asked in perfect English. I hesitated. I'm fine." My voice cracked, betraying the lie. He glanced at my empty hands, the rain dripping from my shawl, and said, "You're clearly not fine." I stepped back, wary. "Please, I don't need..." Before I could finish, a flash of movement caught my eye. A group of young men with cameras and phones were running toward the car, shouting something I couldn't make out. The man cursed under his breath, opened the passenger door, and said quickly, "Please, get in. Just pretend you're my wife." "What?" I blinked. "Now," he said firmly. "Please." There was something in his tone, urgent but not unkind. Against every instinct, I got in. The door shut, muffling the sound of the shouting crowd. As the car pulled away, I turned to look back. Dozens of people were gathered where I'd been standing, some pointing phones at the car, others arguing. I looked at the man, confused. "Who are you?" He smiled faintly. "Eyes still on the road." "Someone who doesn't enjoy being chased by the media." I sat in stunned silence, the warmth of the car washing over me like a lifeline. My soaked clothes clung to my skin, and the scent of leather and cologne filled the space. "You saved me from them," he said after a moment. "So, I suppose I owe you a thank you." "I didn't do anything," I murmured. He glanced at me then, a trace of amusement in his tired blue eyes. "You'd be surprised how much it helps to have someone by your side, even a stranger." Something about the way he said it made my chest tighten. The city lights blurred past as we drove in silence. I didn't know where we were going or who he really was, but for the first time that night, I didn't feel invisible. "Do you have somewhere to stay?" he asked finally. I looked down, ashamed. "No." He nodded slowly, as if he'd expected that answer. "Then you'll stay at my place tonight. It's safer than the streets." "I can't impose." "You're not imposing." His tone was calm, matter of fact. "Consider it repayment for your help tonight." Help? The word felt foreign. I hadn't helped anyone. I'd just been in the wrong place at the right time. As we drove through the glittering maze of Dubai's skyline, I finally asked, "What's your name?" He smiled faintly. "Robert." And that's how it began. A broken mother abandoned in a foreign city, and a billionaire widower running from his own ghosts. At that moment, I didn't know that stepping into his car would change my life forever. But deep down, something in me whispered, maybe, just maybe, being left with nothing was the beginning of finally having everything.